Hello, I'm Ian Rowley here at Infinity's new global headquarters in Hong Kong with CEO Carlos Ghosn. Mr. Ghosn, good morning.
Good morning.
First question, why locate in Hong Kong?
Well, you know, Infinity is going to be one of the main pillar of growth during Power 88, and our intention is to bring Infinity towards 10% overall market share of all the luxury market. We're today around 3%, so we have a tremendous growth to bring and to organize. For this, we need to focus on Infinity, and we need to make sure that the people working for Infinity are in a certain way within one team, one location, absolutely conscious of what they have to do and very well coordinated. So we thought we need to bring the team together. That's what we're doing. And second, if we need to bring them together and in a certain way detach them from the big brother that Nissan is, which is fortunately growing a lot, we need to bring them near a market which is a very important market for Infinity. So we decided to bring them to Hong Kong. Why? Because Hong Kong is the door to China. It's also, Hong Kong is a place where you can easily connect with the southeast of Asia. So that's why we said, let's get out of Tokyo, let's go to Hong Kong, put the whole team together so we can reinforce the identity of the brand and the people working for the brand, and particularly be very near and interacting with the main promising market for Infinity, which is China, and particularly in a place which has something specific. As you know, the Hong Kong market is the market with the highest percentage of luxury car in the world. 50% of the cars sold here are luxury.
Of course, as well as moving Infinity headquarters to Hong Kong, Infinity is also globalizing production. We've now got the JX being built in the US, as well as plans for production in Europe and China. What will the impact be of a truly globalized Infinity?
Well, you know, to pursue the 10% market share for Infinity, this means we're going to move from 150,000 cars sold last year to something around 500,000 within the next, I would say, 4 to 5 years. In order to do that, it's very difficult to continue to build all these cars in Japan for a very simple reason, is we're already taking a huge risk with the currency, the yen being extremely strong compared to the RMB, the yen being extremely strong compared to the dollar, it's even strong compared to the euro. I don't think we have any chance to be successful with the Infinity brand if we are dependent only on one currency in terms of cost of production. So the expansion of the brand in terms of production is going to incorporate capacities in the United States, it's going to incorporate capacities in China, and incorporate capacity in Europe. So it cannot be understood as, oh, we're taking Infinity away from Japan. Not at all. Tochigi is going to continue to be a plant for Infinity, and a very important plant for Infinity, except that we just want to make sure, facing particularly our German competitors, that we have a footprint in terms of production which is not very far from theirs. They produce in Europe, we produce in Japan. They produce in China, we produce in China. They produce in the United States, we're going to be producing in the United States. So we can be much more competitive and not bear the problems and the weight of having a very strong currency weighing on the development of the brand.
And finally, thinking about China, how do you see the market progressing this year, given that the stellar growth of recent years has slowed a little?
Well, I think the level of growth of the Chinese market is very reasonable today. We are still considering that 5 to 6% growth for passenger car this year is a very centered forecast. Let's not forget that we're talking about a huge market, so 6-7% in the case of a total market of more than 17 million, we're talking of an additional 1 million car. So it's not something which is very small. We frankly are very comfortable with 5-6% increase of the market, because it allows us to do a much better job in terms of growing our presence and at the same time cultivating a great customer experience at the level of the retail network, increasing the capacity of production in a way where we can do it in a way which is very cost effective, very investment effective, and with extreme care in terms of quality and reliability. So frankly, I would say that if we can continue to on a trend of 5 to 6% increase, would be extremely happy. I don't think it's going to happen. I think the growth is going to continue to be higher than this. We met a lot of people who are knowledgeable about the Chinese market. They are more on a trend of 8% growth for the next 5 years. I'm not worried about China.